Good evening. We begin with WA's spiralling road toll. The latest victim, a 52-year-old woman killed in a head-on collision near 2J last night. Police believe the driver of the car that hit her was distracted by her two young children in the back seat.
The gruesome scene of a deadly crash on 2J Road. A 52-year-old woman dead after a ute crossed onto the wrong side of the road, colliding with her car.
Similar to say like a hand grenade going off inside a tank. It had a really metallic thump to it.
The 43-year-old female ute driver had left the 2J Cup. It's believed she was distracted by her 2- and 4-year-old daughters in the back seat. All survived. The 53-year-old male Honda driver is still in a critical but stable condition. 5 people have died on our roads in the past 2 days.
People are frustrated and people are taking risks because they are frustrated, and that's something we have to think about.
Diego Codier was one of 3 men who died in a crash near Southern Cross on Friday night. His friends have issued a plea to drivers.
It's a tragedy for everyone involved in this accident, and we hope that everyone takes care on the road.
5 survivors are still recovering in Royal Perth Hospital, including music teacher Curtis Watchhorn.
Curtis Watchhorn's family released a statement today expressing their deepest condolences to the other victims of this tragic accident. They also took the time to thank those who helped rescue Curtis from the scene of the crash.
5 children remain in a stable condition at Princess Margaret Hospital. Another victim, Aidan Ashcroft, was looking forward to a family trip to the Monaro Nationals in Busselton.
He was very excited about coming and bringing his whole family and turning it into a big family holiday. It's unfortunate that it's ended in tragedy, really.
A special award will be handed out in his honour at the event. Ebony Ferranda, 9 News.
A police gun has gone off during a struggle between officers and an alleged burglar in Dianella. Internal Affairs detectives are investigating what happened during the confrontation, which left one of the policemen with injuries to his hand.
When young mum Rebecca Kalis heard a bang in the early hours of this morning, there was no guessing as to what it was.
I was certain that it was a gunshot.
Having made sure her baby daughter was safe, she then feared for the man outside being pushed to the ground by 2 others. She didn't know they were police.
I was saying to my husband, I think they're killing him, and he was yelling out that I'm bleeding and I can't breathe.
Officers had been called to check out an abandoned car believed to be stolen. When they arrived, they were confronted by an armed man, sparking a struggle.
I know one of the officers deployed the taser and one of the officers discharged his firearm.
The taser didn't work and nobody was shot. Internal Affairs are investigating why the gun was used at all.
Because they've got to determine whether the discharge of the firearm was lawful or not.
Firing a gun is a last resort for officers. In fact, it's their only lethal force option. It can only be justified when they believe their lives or safety is at serious risk. A 26-year-old Narrogin man has been charged with assaulting a public officer. It carries a mandatory jail term. Josh Yerger, 9 News.
Police have charged a 40-year-old Rockingham woman with attempted child stealing. Tracy Vo, what are the details?
Well, Greg, the alleged incident happened at 3:30 yesterday afternoon. The woman was on the grass area outside the Sunset Cafe on the Rockingham foreshore when it's alleged she approached a 5-year-old boy who was playing nearby. Police say she picked the child up and walked away with him. The boy's mother was in the area and she started yelling. The woman released the boy and ran off. She faced Perth Magistrates Court today. In another incident, a 35-year-old man has been charged over taking photos of young women and children on Cottesloe Beach on Saturday morning. Now, police would still like to speak to anyone who may have witnessed either of these incidents.